Turn this off for a bit. Alright. Two things. Daily downloads 14. Two things. When we come into this world, we have a guidance system, intuition, feelings that are alerting you of when danger is around. And based on your environment and who raised you, your guardians, your parents, that can be altered. What you define as a danger. A lot of times when we was coming up and when we came to our parents with certain things, hey, I felt like this was wrong. Hey, this person did that. Sometimes, unfortunately, the parents did not react in a way that I guess nullified the danger or put whatever negative experience you was going through in place. There's a lot of things that happen to us on this planet that are very dangerous, that are very harmful to us. And I feel like when you're a child, you really feel that and know that. You know killing is bad, hurting, like you just know the things that we out here doing that we have okayed, you know that's just not what we supposed to be doing. But with time, with, you know, just living life, it's almost like certain ways of living is just okay. Certain ways of just, oh yeah, we all just manipulate people out here. Oh, we all just bring harm to people. That's just what we do. And in that, you can harm yourself. So you're thinking you're protecting yourself. You think you're protecting yourself by, oh, that's just what we do here, you know. I know that's wrong, but hey, it is what it is. Because I feel like what you do to the mind is that when certain things happen to you that are harmful, you don't take them as serious as you should. And it starts off in childhood. Depending, like I said, who raised you, you're experiencing certain things and you know that it's wrong, but instead of it being, you know, handled in the way it should be, it keeps going and going to the point where you just think like, well, maybe this is just what life is. And it's not. And I'm really coming to a closer and closer understanding of that. Even just my relationship as I grow with my parents, I'm realizing like, yeah, I love y'all, but y'all are tripping. Like, yeah, shout out to the people who paid away, but Lord Jesus, like, because I can see it. I see it in people sometimes, especially with the older generation. It's like they try to mask it in this way where it's, that's grown-up shit. That's just what we do here on earth. And it's like, no. You're trying to make me think that what you're doing is right, to okay what you're doing, and it's not. This shit is wrong as a motherfucker. And so when things feel wrong to you, when things feel out of balance, separate yourself and remove yourself. Don't try to okay it. Even if you can understand it, that doesn't mean that you still should be dealing with it. Because when you're generating your reality, when you're manifesting your reality, if you okay certain negative things that happen to you, if you let people talk to you any type of way, if you just let yourself be treated in a way that is not how you want to be, you know, in a light that you don't want to be seen in, like that, the universe is going to keep giving you the experiences, because it's like, okay, well, apparently you don't have a problem with this. You don't have a problem with that person beating on you or bullying on you. You don't have no problem with that boss talking to you any type of way, because you're not even trying to look for another job. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you always, every day, have to continuously stand up for your reality. So that's one thing I would say. Make sure you, like I said, I always related back when, me and my friend had this conversation. In the wild, when that flamingo gets the first instinct to run because it's a predator nearby, it's out of there. But it's like, as a human being, we can kind of ignore that. We can kind of, oh, well, maybe that person didn't mean it that way. And every time you do that, you're saying no to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're fractionalizing your brain. Every time you try to make what is wrong okay, when you try to justify the wrong. Living witness. Gotta be careful with that justification energy. Gotta be careful with that Saturn and Jupiter. That judgment, that justice. You gotta be careful out here in that mental world. The things I've been learning, it gets so tricky out here mentally. It really does. And not in a way that it brings anxiety, not in a way that it brings depression, not in a way where it brings all these mental disorders. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the ways we sell ourselves short. Not other people. Because it starts with us. It start with me. Because think about it. We wouldn't even know certain people if it wasn't for us. It takes us being in a certain mindset, having certain actions to even relate or to even know anybody. I got to walk out the house before I even if I never would have left my house my whole life, I would have never had any friends. But because I was out here, I was moving and shaking, I met this person, I met that person, but that was because of me. Like, that was off of my actions and what I'm doing. So it always starts with us. And it will always be you. I feel like the first breakage in the mind, or where I feel like just certain mental disorders or just certain things come from, is when you stop listening to self. The more you stop listening to self, the more uncomfortable this experience will be. Straight up. Straight up. It will always be self first. Because you always have to sit and deal with your own mind, with your own thoughts, with your own feelings, with your own emotions. The person who is giving you the advice, or the person that you're looking up to, or you're taking all this information in, it's like, oh, I'm just going to apply it to my life. Okay, that's cool. But that person is not going to be with you 24/7. You are. So react to your intuition when you feel. I don't give a fuck what shit looks like externally. Move off your true intuition. Always. Always. And I've spoken on this many times. It's a lot of people in certain lifestyles that, because of what they was doing out here, they had no choice but to believe in themselves first. They didn't have nobody. And see, sometimes that's the beauty of not having anybody, especially at a young age, because you only know self, and that is all you have out here. You can have love for all these people, But you have to have such a deep connection with self. Number 2, second thing I wanted to talk about in this video. Going back to what I just said. And don't let people downplay what you feel uncomfortable with. Don't let people downplay that. That's another L we take out here. Self-sabotage. Stop being around people who you told them not to act in a certain manner or do a certain thing, or you're telling them certain things that's weighing on you and they're kind of just downplaying it, or you're telling certain people things that bother you and they're just downplaying it. Get the fuck away from them people. Because that's how you self-sabotaging yourself. You're not honoring yourself. You're not honoring how you feel and how you want to be treated. Number 2, slow the fuck down. I think I said this in my last one. We're in a culture of everybody being on 24/7. And in that, you can lose yourself. You can become too frantic. You become too chaotic. You got to know when to bring yourself to a rest state, to a resting state. Things in your life, to me, is not going to really work out until it's no problem with going. But it always has to be increments where you're woosaying, resting, being still, allowing stillness to come into your life. Because that's how you organize everything in a way grander and spectacular way where things can actually come into fruition the way you want them to come. Instead of just, I'm just out here making moves. Okay, but is there any thought into them? Okay, like what's the plan? What's the end goal? Like, so. But that's it. Y'all be easy. Peace.